Have you ever pondered why habits are so crucial in our lives? These seemingly small and often unnoticed actions play a significant role in shaping our existence. They're the silent architects of our lives, constructing the individuals we become. Just as a sculptor shapes a block of marble, habits carve out our personalities, our health, our productivity, and even our happiness. Think of habits as the blueprint to our lives. They can build skyscrapers of success, or they can construct barriers that hinder our progress. But here's the catch. Habits can be double-edged swords. They can be our greatest allies or our fiercest foes. They can propel us towards our goals or pull us into the pits of stagnation. The key lies in distinguishing the good from the bad and nurturing the ones that enrich our lives. Understanding the science of habit formation can be a stepping stone towards creating positive changes in your life. So, what exactly is the science behind habit formation? Well, let's start with a basic understanding. Habits are essentially patterns of behavior that are so ingrained in our daily routines that they become automatic. But how does something become automatic? It all boils down to the brain and a little region called the basal ganglia. You see, when we first start doing something new, it's the prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain responsible for decision-making, that's heavily involved. But as we repeat the action, the basal ganglia starts to take over. This part of the brain is associated with emotions, patterns, and memories. The more we repeat an action, the stronger the neural pathway between the cue and the response becomes in the basal ganglia. Over time, the prefrontal cortex gets to take a break as the basal ganglia handles it all. This is how a habit is formed. Our brain essentially goes on autopilot. Now let's talk about the habit loop, which consists of three parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue triggers the brain to initiate a behavior. It could be anything: the smell of coffee, the ding of a notification, or the sight of your running shoes. The routine is the behavior itself, like drinking the coffee, checking your phone, or going for a run. The reward, which follows the routine, serves to reinforce the behavior, making it more likely to occur again. Repetition is key in all of this. The more we repeat a behavior, the stronger those neural pathways become. Think of it like a path through a forest. The more you walk the same route, the clearer and more established the path becomes. It's the same with habits. The more we repeat them, the clearer the neural pathway, the easier it is for our brain to follow it, and the more automatic the behavior becomes. Knowing how habits form in our brains, we can use this knowledge to our advantage to develop good habits. After all, understanding is the first step to controlling, wouldn't you agree? What kind of impact can good habits have on our lives? This question leads us into a realm of possibilities that can be unlocked by incorporating good habits into our daily routine. Let's begin with health. Research shows that adopting simple habits like regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate sleep can significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases, like heart disease and diabetes. Not only that, but these habits also contribute to mental well-being, helping to alleviate stress and anxiety. Productivity is another area where good habits shine. Ever heard of the 2-minute rule? It's a habit-forming technique that encourages tackling tasks that can be done in 2 minutes or less, immediately rather than later. This simple habit can dramatically boost productivity by helping us manage our time more efficiently and reduce procrastination. Now let's talk about relationships. Good habits like active listening and expressing gratitude can foster healthier and more satisfying relationships. A study from the University of Georgia found that couples who regularly express gratitude for their partners feel more comfortable discussing concerns and are more satisfied with their relationships overall. And finally, let's not forget the impact of good habits on our overall happiness. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals who engage in regular acts of kindness, a habit that anyone can develop, reported increased feelings of happiness. So, we see that the power of good habits extends beyond just personal growth. They contribute to a healthier lifestyle, enhance productivity, foster fulfilling relationships, and boost our overall happiness. And the beauty of it all? These habits are not exclusive or elusive. They are attainable, and they are waiting for us to adopt them into our lives. As we can see, the benefits of good habits are manifold, and they can truly transform our lives. So, how can you start building good habits today? Let's dive right in. The first step is to start small. You might be tempted to make big, ambitious changes, but it's often more effective to begin with manageable tasks. If you want to start exercising, for instance, try doing 5 minutes of light workout a day instead of an hour. This approach makes the task less daunting and more achievable, which is key in the early stages of habit formation. Next, be consistent. Consistency is the secret sauce to building any habit. It's not about being perfect every day, it's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. If you've committed to reading 10 pages a day, then stick to it. Rain or shine, make sure you get those pages in. Now let's talk about setting clear goals. It's important to know exactly what you want to achieve with your new habit. Do you want to lose weight, write a book, learn a new language? The more specific your goal, the easier it will be to stay motivated and track your progress. Speaking of progress, don't forget to reward yourself. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Each time you reward yourself, you're reinforcing the behavior you want to become a habit. So, did you hit your reading goal for the day? Treat yourself to a favorite snack or a short break. But here's the thing, building good habits takes time. It requires patience and perseverance. You might not see immediate results, and that's okay. Remember, you're playing the long game here. It's not about instant transformation, but gradual improvement. Lastly, keep in mind that it's okay to stumble. Everyone has off days or slips up. What matters is that you don't let a minor setback discourage you. Instead, learn from it and keep going. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Start building your good habits today, and watch how your life changes for the better. But what if you fail or face obstacles along the way? Fear not, for the road to success is often paved with trials. Persistence and resilience play pivotal roles in habit formation. When you stumble, remember, it's not about the fall, but how you rise from it. Setbacks are not failures, but stepping stones to success. They are opportunities for learning, chances to reassess, readjust, and recommit. Each challenge, each hurdle, each detour you encounter strengthens your resolve, hones your skills, and reinforces your determination. When you fall, rise. When you falter, persist. When you face an obstacle, overcome it. Each time you do, you're not just building a habit, you're building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. So, don't let setbacks discourage you. Instead, let them inspire you, fuel you, drive you. Never underestimate the power of persistence. Keep going, keep growing, and keep building those good habits. Your future self will thank you.